Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for sticking with us. We've got a series on our hands, y'all. Fisher College, they're on the verge of top 8. They have been for about an hour. They're a game away, but CU Black said, not so fast here. One Tyler with an unbelievable Lucian game. Heloisia, phenomenal with the bubbles on the Nami as well. Revy, nutty on the Ornn, and Fisher, I mean, they had answers, right? It's not like they had no answers, but in that straight up 5v5, right? You knew that composition was going to work out better, right? And that was the blueprint that I had laid out for them. It makes me feel good inside that they listened to me and that it worked. But now for Fisher, right, they deviated from kind of their game 1, game 2 blueprint, and now they're on blue side. They're going to have a little more control in draft in theory. Do you think they go back to it, or do you think they double down on what they did in game 3?
Man, oh man, I don't know, dude. I know you gotta. I think you gotta put. You gotta put one Tyler on a carry. I think you gotta put him on a carry. Despite the Draven game, we gotta forget about that. It's not like even really a meta champion, right? In this comp meta right now,
it always has been.
It seems like an ego champion. It seems like a fringe pick. It feels like there are better champions for him to go on to. Also, Heloisia on Nami was incredible, right? If you could get Lucian Nami back again, absolutely you should go with that. I just don't think they're going to get it off of Fisher. I don't think they're going to let it through. That said, if Fisher has to ban Lucian Nami, what then? Right?
Well, again, right? I mean, being on blue side, maybe they just yoink the Lucian and say,
do we get Talia?
Yeah.
Do we get Talia?
No, exactly.
I don't know.
You give Soligo the Talia, right? We haven't really talked about kind of how he, how he impacts games as he gets out of lane and impacts his other lanes, right? He facilitates his other laners. But Fisher, they drafted themselves a bit of an identity in games 1 and 2. It was fight front to back. It was have a scaling AD carry, and they really deviated from that. It was just the Varus ban, right? I mean, they had red side game 2 and game 3, and it seems like game 3 I'm not going to say they kind of like let their foot off the gas a little bit, but they definitely switched it up in a big, big way.
They absolutely did. And also Fisher, maybe getting Skarner exposed here, right? Maybe it wasn't actually the better gameplay. Maybe it wasn't actually the better strategy. Maybe it was just Skarner. I mean, especially from Keel's perspective, how many times did we see the misplays on the Rex side, the ult onto Revy up under that top tower that led to his demise, or some other ill-fated play from Keel here would have normally been an overpowered Skarner engage, but without it, doesn't look like the same team.
No, the Skarner's been monstrous. Yeah, all series long. It's been a real power pick. We'll see how Fisher respond here. Now they are on the blue side, so they're going to have a little more control here. But we've seen just different power picks surge up here, right? I do think the Talia will stay banned because I think both laners or both mid laners really, really love that. With the Lucian Nami, I think that's the wrinkle to watch in this draft now, right? And how you can sort of tackle it by killing kind of 2 birds with 1 stone. Soligo not going to get the Azir. Fisher going to take that away. And 2 bans now onto Soligo. The Galio was banned in game 1, but it missed the ban hammer in game 2, and they're back at it in game 3. But Fisher back on the blue side for the first time since game 1. So maybe that's just a blue side ban strategy that they've got.
Could be coming through here. The Ash ban once again. Now for CU Black, it's just not going to happen, Poom. Sorry, buddy. You're going to be on those engaged tanks the whole time. I guess he got Senna.
Yeah, let's get the Senna. Yep.
It's good enough. No hob though.
No hob.
No hobbing for you, Poom. Unfortunately.
No hob.
Last couple bans. Still no Talia ban. Hey, my hands are. My hands are up. No Talia ban. Huh?
I would like to see it come through.
Where's it
especially for Soligo, but again, I can see Fisher letting it through and then just yoinking it B1 potentially, but then you leave the 80 carry gates just wide open, right? If you grab that B1, then if I'm CU, okay, so it will be Talia and Cannon banned away. The Cannon has eaten a ban all 3 games. If I'm CU Boulder,
dude, Lucian Nami,
right?
Lucian Nami R1 R2, yeah, like, baby, come on.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And it's not that it wasn't broke; it's that it dumpster.
Oh, the
Skarner. The Skarner, though.
The Skarner is important. The Skarner is important.
Yeah, exactly. I don't hate it, right? We there was so much going on, we kind of forgot. Like, oh yeah, the Skarner. Maybe it wouldn't get banned. Maybe let's see where they take it. But it does feel like DMK with the Jinx. That to me is a sign that they are kind of returning to form and what they cooked up in games 1 and 2, right? Protect the president, play front to back, Bruiser in the top lane, tank in the jungle, and let the Jinx take care of the rest.
Certainly here. My question is, do we go Lucian on R2 or do we go Nami? It's a tough question. I think you got to go onto the Lucian, though. Yeah, the Lucian going to come through on R2 there as we're getting the draft filled in. Blue picks coming back, Rek'Sai, Nautilus for Poom to make some of these big plays. That leaves Nami up for R3, and we're back in the ban stage. So good stuff here. Ornn ban, question mark? I mean, how big of a pick was the Ornn? Was it just a difficult thing for Jenkins to deal with? Because that top lane, it was not close 4x4.
No, I mean, Jenkins was able to stay up in CS, but he got blasted in some other ways. But Jenkins, he knew he had to kind of make his money elsewhere. He wasn't going to be able to take the straight up 1v1s, right? That's not why you picked to invade the top lane. You're not there to just out-duel somebody. You are there to survive, farm, make an impact in the mid and late game, play those side lanes, play for the macro. But honestly, I'd be surprised if Fisher banned the Ornn just because it seems like Jenkins, I bet he has answers into it, right? If not, I mean, the Camille, that worked fantastically, right? He took that into the Cassante. I think he took that into the Ornn as well earlier, but, like, he's got the answers into it. So they do ban the Ornn, and they ban the Camille. So, none of the above. But Revy, if they don't ban the Renekton, that's where I think Revy's going. He played that in 2 games in the upset against UST. So he's got that in his pocket. And that the Renekton ate a ban in games 1 through 3. So we'll see if it eats one here in game 4.
Yeah, no Renekton ban this time around. It's replaced by the Azir ban, so Saligo doesn't get that one. Picks coming through now. Should be, yeah, by the way, the Orianna ban, pretty important into Saligo here, too. Really good stuff for him here. I think you blind pick your top laner for CU Black and give Saligo that counter pick. But we might see him go right back to Corki from the start. You remember those Corki games were pretty big. I just don't know if he might want the control a little bit more that Azir brought to the table.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not going to be an option. We'll see here. Yeah, I mean, again, I think you're going to leave counter pick here for Jenkins if you can get it. And indeed, LeBlanc in the mid lane here for Saligo. Okay, and I think again that will be probably that static shift LeBlanc again. But the Gragas coming in here from Jenkins. If nothing else, look, I mean, I like it from him because I trust him to play bait on it, right? That's kind of why you picked the Gragas. Yes, it's the damage. Yes, you've got good CC, but it's that barrel, right? It's the big barrel. It's the big plays from the ultimate that you get. And Serenok going to be on a long-range artillery mage. I think that's how he likes it, Axeman. On the way for the mid laner from Fisher College.
I think that's how he likes it too, man. Love the way pick. Awesome pick here coming through. I don't know if AD LeBlanc's able to keep up with that. Would really, again, Bannon's fantastic here. Would really love the Ornn to go with this composition. That would really put the icing on the cake. As it stands, they need something up front. They need something with some big team fight control. And I don't know, man. I don't know where they go. There's no Gnar. Yeah, it has to be the Renekton. I just don't know if it's the right pick for the composition, right? It might be comfort. It might be good with Muffin Hawker, but man, oh man, dude. This composition needs more CC, needs more upfront. This draft from CU Black just has to win, right? Has to win hard, has to win early, and I don't know if CU Black can pull that off.
Yep, I mean, that's $1 million question, right? This is a bit of a win lane, win game comp, but yeah. I think you've got other ways back in. I mean, I think namely 2 things that it does have going for it. The solo laners have good backline access, and that is what you need with a Jinx, right?
Yeah.
I think the only thing that is the downside of that is Jinx has a potential range advantage if she goes into cannon form, and if you can't get to Jinx, well, you maybe won't get to the Hui, right? Your target selection has to be very, very good because in the late game, Hui is just going to just bleed. I mean, he does so much damage. I was going to use another word that I can't use on broadcast, but I didn't, so yay for me. Jenkins on this Gragas, though. I think it'll be really, really interesting here. I trust him again on this champion. He's got good playmaking tools. Keel's going to be back on the Rek'Sai. I'm a little surprised that they didn't go with the B1 Skarner there, right? We were kind of toying with that idea, right? As far as these priority champions on the blue side, you can't ban it away. Well, guess what? You can just yoink it immediately if it's through bans. But into the game we go. Game 4. It's all going to have to come down to execution. You see the win conditions for both of these compositions. And both these teams, I think, maybe recognizing that, hang on a second here, CU Black might have a shot here. No need for any shenanigans. We are going to just straight up 5-point this. Do this the old-fashioned way here, Axeman.
Are they better players, or was it just a Skarner diff? We're about to find out if Fisher got it where it counts, or if CU Black are about to put them in Game 5. Man, I'm so excited. Let's go. Let's get this game underway.
Should be a good one here. I'm excited for Revy on this Renekton, the Revinekton, as it were. Or maybe it weren't. I actually didn't like that as it came out of my mouth. I didn't like it too much. But
what, Revinekton? That's not too bad.
Revinekton.
It's not too bad.
Not too bad.
Nah, stick with it, bro.
Chat, thoughts?
Yeah, weigh in, Chad. Weigh in.
Yeah, Electric coming down here from Soligo. Has to flash away here. Boom, with the dredge line down. Gets the root down as well. One more auto from Serenak. Very nicely done here. That's, I mean, look, blowing a flash on a very mobile champion like LeBlanc, maybe not the biggest thing in the world, but that's 5 minutes where she is going to be marginally more vulnerable.
Yeah, a little bit more vulnerable. You got the roaming Nautilus coming through as a threat there, too. It's actually, pretty big there for Fisher. A good way to start this game out. But keep in mind, Muffin Hawker has still got that Skarner. He's got the Ghost up here, too. I don't think we've seen Ghosts thus far from Skarner.
I think we did see it in one of the games. But, yeah, I mean, with a champion like that, just sprinting at you is the name of the game here. Now, here's the from Soligo here. Maybe the early build is, I only tell so much here from the early build and from the Keystone runes here. But he might just be going straight damage. I think that's definitely on the table. Just to give this team a big source of magic damage. And the fact that, look, if you're LeBlanc, right, I mean, it's tough, right? Because I don't know how big of a side lane threat that Revy's going to be as the game rolls on. That's kind of why you pick the LeBlanc, right? Is to be able to impact in the side lanes, has good safety, right? You can peel yourself off. We'll see if Soligo maybe just wants to put his carry pants on. Maw crashes there from Serenak, up about a level here. Heal, invading into the jungle on a collision course with Hawker early.
Yeah, he is. He's going to step up. I don't know if he wins this 1v1, man. You don't want that Lucian Omni to drop back on you either. But he's trying to steal the blue buff. Poom going to rotate up.
Here come Poom and DMK. Heal, not going to find the mark. Hang on a second here.
Whoa, hey.
He might be in trouble here. One Tyler had the flash. I thought that DMK was just toast there. Now the hook lands a dredge line. The ignite comes down as well. Keelan with the unburrow. One Tyler in some trouble. He had Jinx on a plate, but wasn't able to seal the deal. And it comes back to bite him in the form of first blood for DMK. Fisher on the board here first. Boom. As the dredge line, gonna land there, gets the auto root down, and how about another one? Poom takes the kill, but it's 2-0 for the bottom lane of Fisher.
Tough way to start this game out there for CU Black, but lots of game left still to play. Just very difficult for one Tyler, someone who carried through their last game, their only win in this series, and suddenly he's way, way far behind in the laning phase. Maybe Soligo can come back from behind, trying to get the victory for him, but man, oh man, that is not a good look for Y4, especially for Muffin Hawker, man. I mean, where was the play there?
Yeah, it wasn't quite able to find it. It seems like it kind of, it fell apart a little bit there, but I got to give credit to DMK being able to come on back.
Oh, yeah.
And, I mean, DMK, but again, we've talked a lot about Keel, and you were right to bring up Poom when he was on the Tom Kench. Poom made that play happen. I mean, he was unbelievable on the Nautilus, using every single part of this champion's kit, handsomely rewarded for it with a kill and an assist. Of course, I'd like to see both those kills go over to the Jinx, but hey, beggars can't be choosers here. You've got yourself a lead on a scaling champion. That's just what the doctor ordered here. Oh, one Tyler in a little bit of trouble here. Dredgeline gonna land. Not going to find as much damage as he would like here.
Hawker's on the flank.
Yeah, collapsing down Hawker.
Could be big for him.
In goes with the Ishel's impact, takes Poom out of the fight, gets the root down, but damage coming in here from one Tyler. It's a 3v2. The stun lands right as the hook buffers. Beautifully done. Hawker rewarded with his first kill of the game, and crucially, CU Black's first of the game.
Really nicely done there, bringing some much needed gold down into the bottom side. Another effective bubble from Heloisia. Really the powerhouse of this bot lane. One Tyler gets the kills, but Heloisia makes sure that they get all those kills with the CC coming through. Take the reset here as well. One Tyler will get back out onto the map and start building up this lead that they got.
Yeah, they've got a way into this one, right? Down about 10,000, or about 10,000. Hello, down 10 CS is Hawker, but he's got that first kill. But Keel has redeemed the gold here early on. But, and again, Kiyu. Or Soligo, excuse me. Looks like going for that more damage build here, Axeman.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Keel littering the bot river there with the all those tunnels. My goodness.
Yeah, you got to get your good tunnels if you're Rek'Sai. He's got him set him up here. They get that first dragon down too. Nice little look to neutral objectives, something that Fisher haven't had at all this series, really.
Hang on a second here. It's a trouble here. There goes the Spiraling Despair. Serenok will not find the kill. Saligo barely survives. Still had the flash there, but it wouldn't have saved him, obviously. Once that Spiraling Despair hits, Ignite goes down there onto Hawker. Maybe a little premature there from Boom, but that's okay. Not able to get the return kill or anything. No shenanigans from Saligo going back in there with a double distort. No dice. But early on here, it's Fisher College, actually, in the ascendancy as far as the early objectives. This we have not seen much in all 3 games, despite their 2 wins, despite that they are up 2-1 here. This is the best early neutral objective control we've seen from Keel all series.
Certainly is. Keel showing how good he is on Rek'Sai, moving around the map and really just playing the map well, I think is a big thing there for him. The early invade in onto Hawker was exceptional. His rotations since then have been really, really nice as well. He's got 2 assists racked up for himself and a 15 CS lead over Hawker. So maybe it's not the Skarner diff, as we've said a couple times now.
Jenkins able to keep Revy down here in a big way, just kind of dominating this top lane match. We haven't really talked about it, right? We talked about how this is a bit of a win game composition here for CU Black, and the Renekton really just not having a good time of it so far. Jenkins holding about 400 gold's worth of dead weight in his pocket, or in his inventory, I should say, as far as that tier is concerned, and Revy just not having it at all, down 20 CS right now. Jenkins is just making a mockery of the Croc right now. Some crockery, if you will. Hawker gonna eat a tower shot and not much else. Keel waiting in the wings there, still's got the Void Rush, still has the flash as well. Hawker throws it out, not able to find its mark just yet here. 1,500, actually just under 2,000 gold lead here, despite the 2-1 scoreboard. Fisher firmly in control in this one early here, Axe.
They really are. Saligo taking a bunch of damage, but now Keel's in. He's got flash
Saligo
up.
Out.
Yeah, he's gonna go
hang
for
on
it.
A second here. Is Saligo out? Did he pick the right clone? Double back. Going out here, Poom able to land the hook down. One Tyler has the culling, and the Chompers might have saved Poom's life there. They dissuade any further aggression from One Tyler. Meanwhile, Saligo not having a fantastic time of it in the lane here. Keel has been bullying the mid lane all series long, really has.
We don't have replay obs, so we'll never get to see this, but on the mini-map, you could see Keel pick the wrong clone, but Saligo sold it perfectly. Sent the clone flying off towards the turret and then just kind of ran into the Raptor camp.
Yeah.
That was awesome, dude. That was so cool. But
that's gutsy.
Yeah, it's so cool, man. Really cool block play there. But Keel, again, deadly on the Rex side, right? Does burn flash for that play. Looks like he doesn't have ult up either anymore, so maybe burning that one there too. But keeping in mind, the clone does count as a champion. You could fully ult it as Rek'Sai.
Yeah. No, fair enough. You could. It wouldn't really do you much, but you could.
No, it did not do him much.
Double distort back the full range. DMK wasting Tyler's time. 2024. Throws out the Super Mega Death Rocket kind of on cooldown. Void Rush and the culling almost back up off cooldown. Both these bot lanes look to scrap here, or at least for One Tyler and Heloisia. This is trying to replicate the success they had in Game 3. Snowballing that bot lane lead. Explosive Cast goes out. Gets Revy in melee range, and that is not where he wants to be. Not against Jenkins in these circumstances. There goes the Spiraling Despair right off cooldown. Hit the right one. Well, it hit before he split, so you must have quit or something.
Something like that. I think that's how they got, well, you know, maybe next time. Let's not.
Yeah, let's not.
We got TMK pushing for plates. Gets another one down the bot lane. He's up to 12 or something at this stage of the series. But, yeah, that's game 4 for you. Revy taking so much damage, man. Holy cow. I think he's dead.
Yeah, I think he knows.
He thinks so too, yeah.
Yeah, he's not going to try to defend against this demolished proc. He's like, here, fine, you take it. Take the plate. Take all of it. It's not worth my life here. He had the flash. He's got the TP to be able to get back to lane pretty quick here. A 1,100 gold lead in the top lane. My goodness. And that's really the lion's share of the lead here, is Jenkins just having his way with Revy. Revy 2-0 on this Renekton against UT Dallas. Not the case here early on. Remember, it got banned games 1 through 3. And the way Jenkins is kind of bodying Revy right now in lane, maybe as Fisher, you're kind of thinking, was that all worth it?
Probably
times?
not. Yeah, probably not at this stage. Give him the Renekton, but maybe keep the Ornn away from him at this point. Airy Ornn was insane for Revy in Game 3, but not so much here with the Renekton. Good buffer there, but again, you're just losing the trades, man.
Slap fight going in here. The Dominus not available. Stun lands. Able to get that empowered Q off. Maybe one more time. I don't think it's back up off cooldown here, but the autos might be enough. Gives him a little more time to survive, and the ult off cooldown. The explosive cast for Jenkins finally gets the solo bolo that the lane domination deserved. Fantastic stuff there from the Fisher College top laner, and the Dragon over to boot as well. For the Void Grubs being gobbled up here by Keel. Good early objective control here. Tidal Wave going out. The Choppers will buy a little bit of time, create some space. Flash there from Boom. Will not die. Not today. Hawker going in full steam ahead. Doesn't have Ghost, but does have the initial impact. Gets the slow down onto Poom. Gets a max range dredge line, and the E not going to land. The Impale not going to land there from Muffin Hawker.
Muffin Hawker's ult has gone wide several times so far on Skarner. It hasn't really connected any of them yet. It's a really impactful ability, but doesn't seem to be able to connect them when he needs to.
Oh, my goodness. DMK with the flash. Speaking of impact, this
big
guy
hook.
maybe getting turned around. Poom can't land the hook, and he pays the iron price for it, but he might have given DMK enough time to get back into this one. Hawker will be zoned out and will be separated and deleted. Hello, EJ in some trouble. Not even going to blow the flash. She knew she was toast. So Ligo getting chased down there. Fantastic ult, or Dunburrow, I should say there, by Keel. No, that was the Void Rush. Excuse me. That was the ultimate. Able to land there onto Saligo, and the barrel will not land to be able to pick up the kill. Now, Axe, this is starting to get a little dicey here. Revy getting some plates up on the top side, but DMK, Poom, and Keel, they turn it around. They turn that dive around, and now all of a sudden, they've got a real hold on this game.
They really, really do, 4x4. And I owe Keel a little apology. My bad, man. Not a Skarner diff at all. The Rek'Sai is great.
It's like, put some respect on this Rek'Sai.
Very well done. Very well done, my man. Holy moly. Yeah, not particularly close once again. More a game recognizant, is that a word? Maybe not, of earlier games in the series when Fisher were so dominant, and they're back in that dominant form now. Certainly DMK is reminiscent of that previous Jinx game. We're starting to look at that 10-0 from game 1.
Yeah, and like that game, I'm looking down. I see a Kraken Slayer and a Zeal, plus the tier 2 boots. Ooh, my goodness, Saradoc having to flash away there. One Tyler just out of range, and I mean just on the Cullen. Don't think would have gotten the kill, but a flash burned on a very immobile mage like the Hui. Feels very, very good here. But back to these item spikes, Axe. Again, you want to talk about reminiscent of game 1. Fisher College, that flash being burned by Saradoc, not exactly ideal, but you see Jenkins. He's looking to pick a fight kind of anywhere he goes. He's able to extend that lane to the top lane. He says, look, my job's kind of done right now. Revy's going to have a tough time getting back into this one. I want to stack up my tier. I want to stack up my rod. I want to make plays here because wherever DMK goes, success will follow. He's huge right now.
No, he's totally massive. I still think CU Black have an angle back into this game. Remember, One Tyler and Heloisia absolutely ran Fisher in the last game on Lucian and on Nami. They have comeback mechanics built in there too. Heloisia, big clutch bubbles potentially coming through.
Oh, but gets nailed by the dredge line. Tidal Wave goes out, the Spiraling Despair lands, and that will be enough. If that whale doesn't land, maybe Heloisia has the turn of the century. Hang on a second here. DMK in some trouble. This is the big access that I was talking about. The Renekton, you're a bit of a one-button Boris in the late game, but if that one button lands, the Jinx better watch your back.
Heloisia more of a two-button Boris there with the bubble, and of course the wave coming out catches DMK out. And that is a big shutdown. I believe that one goes down to Revy. Good stuff here. One Tyler needs to leave these. Hawker's here to support.
Might have overstayed his welcome, but Saradoc rains damage down from half a screen away. Keel gonna get the kill. Jenkins going forward, and the explosive cast is going to dunk Hawker right into the stub of the tower. Double for Keel. 404 on the Rek'Sai. Looking good on one of the signature champs, Axe.
Keel, turn the broadcast off, man. Stop listening to me trash your Rek'Sai, bro. What's going on, man? Oh, my gosh.
If Fisher win this and we get Keel in for a post-game interview,
I have to leave. I got something
you're
going
lucky
on.
it's just me doing the interview.
Yeah, I got an appointment. I got to get out of here, unfortunately.
I got an appointment.
Revy, he's... Whoa!
Just rip the Herald into the bot lane tier 2 at 15 minutes. Boy, oh boy, it's just been that kind of game. for Fisher. CU Black fought valiantly in game 3, and they're not out of the woods just yet. But, like, Fisher just playing with no fear right now. 5-0-5 Keel on the Rex side. Breaking strides and a whole lot else here. Hail Mary here. Here comes Saligo. He's got big damage because he built LeBlanc like you should, but not able to get enough down. DMK still surviving, still getting damage down for a bit here. Double kill over to Saligo, but Jenkins responds with another one. He's a big fat man, and he is tough to chew through.
Teleport!
Man.
Oh, there's no teleport. Revy doesn't come. He's going top to defend the turret instead, but Heloise makes the play there. I saw that cooldown coming back up with the wave, and I saw the low cooldown, the low health bars on DMK and Keel. I was thinking, there's no way she makes this play right, but she did. Saligo gets back on the map there too with the teleport, and they make a little play for themselves, but it only gets them so far. It's still 14-6 for Fisher. Fisher pushing CU Black back to a position that they cannot come back from. Big third dragon fight coming up here in just a little bit. If you're one Tyler, you got to get off the map, though.
Yeah, you got to be careful, right? I mean, you see how far up the line of scrimmage has been pushed, right? The deep vision that Fisher's able to get off that play, right? Okay, it didn't go totally to plan. You lost DMK. You gave 2 kills over to the LeBlanc, and you saw that she can kind of one-tap or two-tap your Jinx here. So it's not the best place for Fisher to be in, but look, if not the best place for Fisher to be in is 9,000 gold up, you're probably feeling okay. But again, I feel like you see the vision here. Hang on a second here. We're just going to pay our respects to Saranok.
It was so young.
Jenkins, hang on a second here.
Oh.
Get in here. One Tyler.
Hey now.
Not off the map. And Heloisia
Rocket!
doesn't land the bubble, but Jenkins will find the mark, and that Super Mega Death Rocket almost enough there. Objective bounties come up here, but this is where the wheel starts turning. Revy trying to make the hero play here, pops the Dominus, goes in. Keel able to get into the back line, or going back, excuse me. Saligo showing up, gets the Q out of DMK, not able to land it. Jinx got excited, so excited that she ran away from any sort of danger, has got 3, and gets deleted finally. I thought the Penta was coming, Axe. That had Penta written all over it,
So
but it
close.
is an ace for Fisher College, despite Saligo's best efforts.
Sligo claps back, but at what cost? It's just a Muffin Hawker left on Summoner's Rift. And what can he do? He's just one Scorpion, man. Just one giant magic Scorpion. And he's not going to be able to defend these turrets. Keel pushing in. Maybe they look for a pick on the jungler.
Yeah, and talk about things that you remember from game 1. I feel like this scene right here, this deja vu all over again, right? I mean,
Dude, it is.
Just bullying in the red side jungle. Hawker not allowed to play the game. He's having a really, really rough time of it. And I mean, look, I like it when junglers build support items, but you know, you're not going to be as durable, right? You have to know that. And he's just kind of getting ripped through right now, but he knows that he is not the primary carry here. Tidal Wave goes out. Boom, not long for this world. Spiraling Despair goes down there onto Hawker. Now the Hui's starting to hit Axeman.
That was like 5. Oh, jeez. Yeah, no, not a good play. That was 3 or 4 ults for one kill, and it gets
explosive cast goes out. The Maw collapses. Keel gets the kill. One Tyler survives, but barely. 11,000 gold lead here, not even at the 20-minute mark. And Fisher College putting on a clinic right now. They said, all right, you had your fun in game 3. Let's start racking up the kills even more here. Revy pops the Dominus, but it just delays the inevitable. Gets a decent bit of damage onto Saranok, but that is all he has to write home about. You can't really hang a banner for that, X.
No, you can't, but you can make them into a ribbon, put them on a T-shirt maybe. Holy cow, maybe some milk cartons. We'll see. DMK goes for the inhibitors, and they're going to take these down. It's super minions spawning. Wow. Yeah, not good for CU Black.
Nope.
Not a good situation. I can analyze if you want, but the numbers don't look good.
No, and the numbers you see at the bottom of your screen right there, those are kind of telling the whole story. It is a 4,000 gold diff in the jungle, 3,700 in the top lane, and a whole lot the rest of the way down. It's really not looking great, and unfortunately, I mean, again, I saw the theory from this composition for CU Black, right? I mentioned it in draft. I saw, look, the thing you do have to get onto Saranok and to get onto DMK is you do have backline access, but it's 2 carries, and it's tough to land here. Explosive cast goes out. There goes the dredge line as well onto one Tyler, and extends the fight long enough to where the Dominus not able to come back up. Lure not able to get into the back line, and crucially, DMK untouched. Double for him. Jenkins on the scoreboard as well. They're going to walk it into the base. This should be GG, Axeman.
It's a long time coming for Fisher. They've been looking for this success for a while, but with this victory, it's top 8 for Fisher. Oh, baby, let's go. They earned it.
They really did. A couple of dominant games in game 1, or excuse me, in game 2 and game 4 especially. 1 and 3. Very, very close. Obviously, CU Black took game 3, but Fisher College, they will take on Maryville and see if they can crash the party in top 8.
Now, somebody just gave Keel broadcast perms, which means he's maybe coming. I'm going to get out of here, dude. I gotta go. I gotta go.
Axeman has an appointment. He's got a thing. You don't know her. She goes to another school, but he's got somewhere to be. We'll be right back. A phenomenal game for Fisher. Great series for them. GG's to CU Black. They gave it one heck of an effort. You saw what they were trying to do there in game 4 as well, but it was just too little too late. They will be missed. Their Cinderella run has come to an end. They took down UT Dallas, in round 1, but their run falls short here in the best of 5 phase. But it was fun having them. It was fun having you guys, but don't go anywhere. We've got an interview, I think, with Keel as the Discord is firing off on my other monitor here. We'll be right back with that and a little bit more. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for being here. Unfortunately, we do not have an interview for you, but that's okay. We do have Axeman, though, which, depending on who you ask, is better. I will leave that to you, audience. You can make your own conclusions on that one. I'm just the messenger. Axeman, it was a fun one, man. I did get the series right, but I'm not going to gloat on that because I mean, it was about kind of what I expected, right? Fisher, they looked like they were just kind of a cut above. And when they stuck to playing the meta, right? When Keel was on his comfort picks, Jenkins has a champion. Ocean, you saw how many bans were thrown at him. That was kind of what was expected. And, everything else kind of went to plan. But Saligo and company, they did their darndest. What I wasn't expecting was that they would win game 3 on the back of one Tyler. We were talking about it a little bit before the game. We were like, man, are we talking about one Tyler enough, right? He had a brutal game 2 on the Draven. Let's not sugarcoat that. But he is allegedly he has the highest ranked account, right? He's one that's challenger as far as their main accounts that we were given to explore on. And this kid, he's raw, but you see what he was able to do on that Lucian Nami. That's a tough pick to be able to execute on. And Heloisia as well. She was phenomenal on the Nami. They've got a lot of things to like here, does the CU Boulder roster.
They certainly did, dude. And you talked about Jenkins. Rev killing Jenkins 5 times in that laning phase, man. 5 times. I've never seen an Ornn dude something like that. Every member of CU Black has a lot to be proud of coming out of the back of this one. What did we learn from this series 4x4? I learned this, that Fisher, despite being a heavy hitter, a top contender in this tournament, can bleed, and that is not something I knew about Fisher going into this series. So we all learned something. I think Keel definitely got that Rek'Sai under him by the end there. Hey, you didn't sign up for an interview, so you're not here to defend yourself. Sorry, Keel.
He looked good on the Rek'Sai. He looked good on the Skarner as well. But yeah, I mean, and the series against Maryville, I think is going to be really, really fun one to watch. Yeah, again, I think we're going to see what Maryville's made of. I think Maryville rightfully will be favored in that series, but I do not expect Fisher to go quietly into that good night. Again, there's a relatively new roster as far as playing together, especially Poom kind of being that missing piece. Keel, DMK, and Saranac have played all together from regular season to playoffs. Jenkins and Poom came in, but Jenkins and Keel have that history together from TL Challengers, so there's some synergy there, and you can tell. Jenkins, what a series. And one of the questions I was going to ask Keel was, look, you've played with this dude now on 2 teams. What's playing with him like, and knowing you have a top laner that no matter how badly things go for him in lane, perceivedly, right, he always finds a way to bounce back, and that's what I'm excited for about Fisher, going deeper and trying to upset Maryville as we get into the double elim portion of the bracket in top 8. I'm going to be looking for Jenkins. I'm going to be looking at the different ways that this roster can hammer you, but Maryville, they are a tough nut to crack. They're the number 1 overall seed for a reason. Axeman, let's get that bracket up on the screen for you and see what we've got to look forward to. So again, you see Maryville, they 3-0'd UCI, not updated with the current results, but if you were here, you know that. Yeah, I was a little surprised by that, but also kind of not. I wasn't sure what to make of UCI beating Harrisburg. I wasn't expecting that, and then sure enough, I didn't watch the 3 games from Maryville and UCI. They could have all been really close. Could have been a close 3-0, or they might have gotten blasted. Who knows? But Fisher will move on, number 1 seed versus number 8 seed, and we've got 5 games coming at you on all tomorrow across a few different streams. So, oh my God, our production's so good. Give it up for our production, everybody. So, the games on your left, that was all today. Northwood, Western, Maryville, UCI, Fisher, CU Boulder. And then tomorrow, I will be on UST Purdue Northwest. Axeman will be on SLU versus UCSD at 2 o'clock on the Running the Rift stream. But the 10 a.m. games Pacific or 1 o'clock Eastern, University of St. Thomas against Purdue Northwest. That'll be me and Quacks on the Salty Runback pod stream, running the Rift at the same time. That is St. Clair against Ottawa. And then SLU versus Oklahoma Christian. Or excuse me, Ole Miss versus Oklahoma Christian, my bad, on the Salty Runback pod. SLU versus UCSD. And then to cap it all off, well, not to cap it all off, that's on the 3rd stream. That is it's right in between the games. So it's like March Madness, right? You got games all the time. This is what we love about CLOL. There are phenomenal games all the time. And this is the last time, right, that these teams are playing strict elimination matches. It's best of 5, but double elim doesn't start until the top 8, which is the next round. So we will not be having that right now. No more games tonight, unfortunately. We will bid you adieu from here. But before we do that, we do want to plug the GoFundMe one more time. The link is still live. The link is still available for you to donate. You can do that as many times as you like. You can do it as many times as you like. That link should be good there. And we want to thank everybody who has donated at least $100 to this stream. So from top down and in advance, if I butcher your name, I apologize. I did my best. Big thank you to Raz, Garrett Myerson, Benton Patterson. Hey, I know that guy.
Yeah, I did too.
James Vandenbree, Gregory Adler, Polestar, Sandor House, Son Shannon, Daniel Clerk, Powell Weissman, Manny Sanchez, Colomer, Gordo, John Harakidas. Yanni, I never
It's
know how to
Yanni,
pronounce your last name. I'm sorry. Yanni, John. I should have. There we go. Slayer, Shibby, Angie Fan, Enrique Demore, Gavin Hung, Beatdown, Tim Hui.
Enrique Demore, I know that guy.
Ian Ford, Kyle Upgamer, RMC, Aaron Lee, Alan Ignacio, Peter Erickson, Andrew Franklin, Tiffany Tron, Beverly Rospico, Josh Sides. That's the list I've got in front of me. If we missed you, I apologize. And you can see the names on the ticker on the top of your screen for anyone who's given any amount of money to allow us to do this. Thank you so much. If you guys had half as much fun watching as we did casting, then everyone here had a good time. And that's a wonderful thing. Shout out production. Shout out Grapes and Hawk for making all of this happen, taking the initiative. What they did is phenomenal, showing that CLOL and Collegiate League of Legends is worth investing in, and that there is passion and money behind the scene should we want to put it in the right place. I think we've got it in the right place here. A big thank you to, again, the rest of the production staff today. Chippy, PVS, the rest of the production working on the other games as well. Again, Hawk and Grapes, Karen Moser, and everyone who has made this happen. For Axeman, for our teams, I have been 4x4. The result today, Fisher takes it 3-1 over CU Black. Thank you so much for being here. We'll see you right back here and on the Salty Runback stream and on the Winthrop stream tomorrow and through Top 8 and beyond. Have a great rest of your Saturday night. Take care.
As a